I think Hans, just because he can kind of play very safe. A draw is great for Hans, but a draw for Firouzja will get him nothing.
Yeah.
So you can use that, especially with the white pieces. With white, you can play super solid. We see the Caro-Kann defense. We see Hans Niemann playing a rock-solid variation, offering a trade of queens early if there had been a trade earlier. Firouzja, he'll need to take massive risks here. So I think Hans, just the way he's playing.
It's going to be cool to see. Hans has the white pieces. He has it all in his own hands. A win means he wins Title Tuesday Game Week 5. Hikaru Nakamura is playing with the black pieces against Jan Nepomniachtchi. Hikaru with 8.5 points heading into round 11. He has chances of winning it.
Wow. Click, click, click. Hans Niemann clicking away, feeling the position. As he allows the bishop for knight trade, he kicks the bishop back. This is interesting. I love ALIREZA's opening choice, partly because I'm a bit biased towards the Caro-Kann in general, but also because it keeps all the pieces on the board. And we saw against Nepo earlier, Hans won material, but he was also able to trade lots of pieces quickly to make his job easier. With all the pieces on the board, it's easier to go wrong for both sides. But it's high risk, high reward chess. As the black knight comes out, maximum pressure on the white center, which now starts to step forward. Hans Niemann is most likely going to try a pawn storm on the right flank on the king side later, if given the opportunity, if the black king goes that way. For now, a bit of a dilemma where to go with the white king, most likely long, most likely towards the queen side. But Hans not as quick as he was in the previous round. This could still lead to a really, really tense middle game.
Tell us, chat, who are you rooting for? Do you want Hans Niemann to win Title Tuesday Game Week 5? Are you hoping for Hikaru Nakamura? Maybe ALIREZA Firouzja is your pick. Who would you like to see win Title Tuesday Game Week 5? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, I've just taken a peek over at Jan Nepomniachtchi against Hikaru Nakamura over on board 2. Hikaru took a bit of a risk in the opening, but it's gone to a very balanced position. It's going to be very hard for Hikaru to win that game, which is good news for Hans Niemann. A draw might be enough, but it's a very difficult position to get a full hold over. No real grip for either side here as, wow, Firouzja pushing pawns, met by a pawn push of his own. Pawn takes pawn will be met by the white knight jumping in to try and give a nasty check to the black king. The eval bar says, whoops, not a good idea for Hans Niemann, but very, very tempting in practical terms. Very scary for ALIREZA Firouzja. If the black king runs and castles, then you're castling into the firing line. And the white pawns will step forward and blow open that flank. Firouzja's going to have to defend like a lion in order to save this game. Hans Niemann dancing with the beat. He's in the flow as the black bishop drops back. Big mistake by ALIREZA Firouzja there. Allowing bishop takes pawn looks odd. Hans Niemann's not even going for that pawn. He doesn't care about material. He's going for the black king. This is the type of position where he thrives. Pure chaos. As there we go. Wow, pushing even more pawns forward. Not double thinking, not double checking, not trying to get into the weeds of the position, just trusting his instincts here. Hans Niemann. Pawn takes pawn will be met by the white bishop jumping into the position. That was not advisable. But look at the black bishop trapped now. That black bishop is the worst piece you will ever see. The black king cannot castle on that flank anymore. It's just in the way. You want to pick it up and throw it off the board.
Huge stuff for Hans Niemann. Massively better already against ALIREZA Firouzja, one of the greatest Title Tuesday players there is. What is it about Hans Niemann's play today?
It's just the confidence. He's scaring his opponents. Firouzja could have played better moves in the last few turns, could have mixed it up, could have made Hans calculate, but Firouzja's ducking every challenge, ducking every battle until now because he had to. He's grabbed a pawn in the center, and I'm surprised Hans didn't stop to consider that. But maybe the white bishop in the near future is going to line up on this diagonal. It looks very, very juicy, very tempting. I wouldn't be surprised to see a knight for bishop trade as well. We will see Firouzja try to cling on to his extra pawn, at least suffer for something. But there we go, a trade. And what will Hans Niemann play? Maybe a pawn push in the near future. More likely the bishop will come forward. Still anyone's game, although the eval bar says huge advantage for white. Hans is going to have to put his money where his mouth is and have to fight with very, very high energy in the next few moves.
Look at this, 2:30 left on his clock. Hans Niemann is on fire. ALIREZA Firouzja struggling here.
Okay, wow.
Oh.
Interesting move. That was not on my radar. Hans Niemann quiet pawn push was not on my bingo card, and that has allowed ALIREZA, just a little bit of time to step forward with his pawn. I'm surprised he didn't try to take, actually, to try and quicken up the development of his pieces. But now Hans has been able to kick the black knight away, which will most likely land in the center. And it's all about the bishops. The black king as well, caught in the kill zone. It's not going to be able to castle any side anytime soon. Hans has so much space. Firouzja just looks in trouble. It still looks horrible for black, even bar aside, even computer evaluation aside. What is your plan? ALIREZA thinking now, trying to find a way forward. He's going to run somewhere with his knight. He's just got to move and hope. He's still a pawn up. That is the saving grace as he leans up there. ALIREZA smiling for a little bit there, knowing how difficult his position is. He needs to dig deep. He retreats. Sad move to make, but a necessary one. His plan is to step forward with his pawn, bring his bishop out, finally get castled. But does he have enough time against Hans Niemann?
Hikaru Nakamura and Jan Nepomniachtchi, the bar is in the middle in that game. Hikaru with 8.5 points. Probably needs to hope Hans Niemann loses this game. And with a win, he will have chances to win Title Tuesday. But right now, it's looking like Hans Niemann will win Title Tuesday Game Week 5. Although, seems to be a lot of stuff happening right now in this game.
Yeah, he's playing lots of quick moves, Hans Niemann, without wanting to calculate too much. There we go. He trades off bishops and steps forward with his queen. That's very cunning. It's hitting the knight, but also hitting the pawn in the center. If the pawn drops off, the other pawn drops off in the middle. But most important for Firouzja is to castle. So I wouldn't be shocked if, there we go, he moves the queen. He's going to try and move his knight out the way to offer a queen trade. Still back in the game now, Firouzja. He just needs to be careful of the clock. 1 minute against 2 minutes. He's getting desperate. Maybe move the knight out the way to one of these two squares. Offer that queen trade. Just cling on. Try to survive. He needs to get his king castled. If he gets castled, he's better. Firouzja, it's not over. But he gives up on that hope by moving his rook. And there we go. The bar slides. The black king, it looks doomed. It's now stuck in the middle forever. In between its two rooks, but that looks terrible. The white rook now can grab a pawn. Hans Niemann, level material with a big advantage.
Look at this. Hans Niemann. Almost 2 minutes on his clock, massively better. It's just huge trouble for ALIREZA Firouzja. He has hardly any time on his clock. He looks resignated on the camera, I have to say. Is there any hope? Any hope for ALIREZA Firouzja?
He needs to blunder ALIREZA Firouzja here. He needs to speed up, first of all. Otherwise, he's just losing on time. But he needs somehow to get the queens off this board. The black king is so stuck on the back rank. Rook's coming off actually helps him, as we see there. The white rook wants to come up to the board, but black's queen can give some checks, maybe save this game. Hans Niemann has to be careful of a counter. Maybe some hope for the first time in a long time for ALIREZA Firouzja. This last trade, a bit of a misstep from Hans Niemann, allowing the black queen to open up on this diagonal. He moves his bishop forward. That bishop's going to throw itself in the way of any checks. What can you do here, ALIREZA? Can you create counterplay? He drops back his bishop, drops back his queen this time. 17 seconds. It's a blunder, though. The white rook steps up. Now queen trade might not help ALIREZA. Is it time to get those queens off the board? Is it time to step up with your pawn, get closer to promotion? He offers the queen trade, tries to force it. ALIREZA now brings his queen back. Last hope is a perpetual check, but it's not going to save him. Rook trade. 13 seconds for ALIREZA this time. There's going to be so many checks against the black king, which is going to be forced out into the open here. More pawns drop. Looks like checkmate, but the black king is trying to run forward. No way to trap it yet, but that could be the clincher. Hans Niemann, putting his queen in the center of the board, has stopped all checks. 8 seconds for Firouzja. It's nearly over now.
Hikaru Nakamura has won against Jan Nepomniachtchi. 3 seconds. And there it is. Hans Niemann wins Title Tuesday Game Week 5. What a performance. He makes his debut in the Autumn Split and goes straight for the victory. He beats ALIREZA Firouzja in the final round.